Gaur Premanande.
Hari Hari Bol.
All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare
Hare
All
Krishna.
glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
All glory to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Hari Hari Bol. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutare Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Shami Iti Namane. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirbishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatadine. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Om
Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 15th chapter, 45th verse. Sarve tam anunir jagmur pratara kutanishchaya kalina dharma maitrena drishtva sprishta prajabhuvi. Sarve tam anunir jagmur pratara kutanishchaya kalina dharma maitrena drishtva sprishta prajabhuvi. Sarve tam anunir jagmur bratara krita nishchaya kalina dharma maitrena drishtva sprishta prajabhuvi. Please chant.
Sarve tam anunirjagmur bhratara kritanishchaya kalina dharma mitrena društva sprishtha prajabhuvi.
Mitrena, probably better.
Sarvetam anunirjagmur Bhratara Kritva Nischaya Kalina Dharma Maitrena Drishtra Sprushta Prajabhuvi.
Sarve tam anunirjagmur bhratara kritanishchaya kalina dharma mitrena drishtva sprishta prajabhuvi.
Sarvetam anunirjagnur bharatara krita nischaya kalina dharma mitrena drisva sprista prajabhuve.
Sarve, all his younger brothers, Tam, him, Anunir Jagmu, left home by following the elder Bratara brothers, Krita Nishchaya, decidedly, Kalina, by the age of Kali, Adharma, principle of religion, Mitrena, by the friend, Drishtva, observing, Sprishta, having overtaken, Praja, all citizens, Bhuvi, on the earth. Does Srila Prabhupada has the verse read in the purport, of course, on the recording, right?
Yes, they did chant, but they don't read the purport.
Oh, okay.
So I lined it up from him speaking on the verse.
Okay, so we should read the verse.
Yes, yes.
The younger brothers of Maharaj Yudhishthir observed that the age of Kali had already arrived throughout the world, and that the citizens of the kingdom were already affected by irreligious practice. Therefore, they decided to follow in the footsteps of their elder brother. Purport. The younger brothers of Maharaj Yudhishthir were already obedient followers of the great emperor, and they had sufficiently been trained to know the ultimate goal of life. They therefore decidedly followed their elder brother in rendering devotional service to Lord Sri Krishna. According to the principles of Sanatana Dharma, one must retire from family life after half the duration of life is finished and must engage himself in self-realization. But the question of engaging oneself is not always decided. Sometimes retired men are bewildered about how to engage themselves for the last days of life. Here is a decision by authorities like the Pandavas. All of them engage themselves in favorably culturing the devotional service of Lord Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. According to Swami Sridhar, Dharma, Arth, Kam, and Moksha, or furtive activities, philosophical speculations, and salvation are conceived by several persons, are not the ultimate goal as conceived by several persons, are not the ultimate goal of life. They are more or less practiced by persons who have no information of the ultimate goal of life. The ultimate goal of life is already indicated by the Lord himself in the Bhagavad Gita. 1864. And the Pandavas were intelligent enough to follow it without hesitation. Hare Krishna, yeah, okay, good.
This Kolina, you were reading Kolina Dharmena, Kolina Adharmena. Oh, these two A mixed together becomes Swar A, Sandhi. Kolina Dharmena. So, Kali means quarrel. Unnecessarily quarrel. Kali, Kalina, by the age of Kali, this is the age of Kali. There are 4 ages, Sattva, Treta, Dapar, Kali. Degrading, gradually degrading. This nature's way is to degrade. That is the nature's way, time fact. Just like you construct a very nice house today, good looking, fresh, but by ages it will become old. Your body, my body, in youth age it is very beautiful, and in due course of time it will be ugly like me. So, this is the work of the time. Similarly, nature's way, there are 4 ages. Sattva Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dapar Yuga, Kali Yuga. Seasonal changes. So in the Sattva Yuga, the religious principles are followed strictly, 100%. That is called Sattva Yuga. And Treta Yuga, 25% reduced. That means 75% religious principle and 25% irreligious principle. And the Dapar Yuga, 50-50. 50% religious and 50% irreligious. And the Kali Yuga, 75% irreligious and 25% religious. Gradually reducing to nil. No more religious. Then finished. Then there will be devastation. Again, Sattva Yuga will begin. This is the way of change of Sattva Yuga, Sattva, Treta, Dapar, Kali. the duration of Satyajug is about 1800,000 of years. 1800,000 of years. 100,000. 1800. Similarly, Dapar Jug, Treta Jug, about 1200,000 of years. Similarly, Dapar Jug, 800,000 of years. And Kali Jug, 400,000 of years. This is the beginning of Kali Jug. Out of 400,000 of years, we have passed only 5,000 years. Not only 400,000, 432,000 of years. There is regular calculation in the Vedic Shastra. So out of that, we have passed 5,000 years. That Kali Yuga has begun just after the battle of Kurukshetra. So we have passed only 5,000 years of this Kali Yuga. There are still balance 427,000 of years. Still balance. So the Kali's friends, just like a man is known by his company, the Kali Yuga is the age of irreligion, therefore quarrel and fighting. Quarrel and fighting. Communal fighting. Unnecessarily, they will form a community, a group, all rascals, another group of rascals, and they will fight unnecessarily. Just like this nationalism. This is simply a group of rascals, that's all. Why rascal? Because irreligious, therefore rascal. So big man, big scientist, still they are rascal. Yes, they are still there rascal. Why? Because irreligious, they do not know what is God. Therefore they are rascal. This is the only test. Whether you know God, no sir, then you are rascal. That's all. No more test. One test. One test is sufficient. Whether you know God. Because this human life is meant for knowing God. This temple is meant for human beings, not for the cats and dogs. So, if you do not know God, then you are a rascal. You are exactly like the cats and dogs, that's all. This is the verdict. Now you can fight why you are calling me cats and dogs, but we are talking, following Krishna, the great authority. But what Krishna says, that is right. If you scrutinize by your logic, argument, philosophy, science, you'll find that Krishna is perfectly right. Therefore you accept Krishna. Unless Krishna is perfectly right, why should you accept Krishna? If he is ordinary rascal, then why? What is the use of reading his book, Bhagavad Gita? No. All the acharyas, all the saintly scholars, they have accepted. Therefore you have accepted. Because he is beyond all, it is false. What is the difference between ordinary man and a liberated man? Liberated. Not under the conditions of material nature. He is called liberated. Liberated means who is not conditioned by the laws of nature. He is called liberated. So Krishna is the liberated Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, he has no defects. And those who are just like we are not liberated. Therefore, we have got 4 defects. The 4 defects are